A lot of musical shows at the festival, you know, and it's cool. I really like music, but it's getting a little difficult nowadays because of all the violence in hip hop and R&B. I know you guys. I think I'm talking about maybe Drake and Meek Mill, even Casper and AKA, but I'm actually talking about Chris Brown. They're like, let it go. It's been years. It's been years, man. Let it go. Canada isn't letting it go. He couldn't get in. Did you see that? Earlier this year, you tried to get in and like, no, Christopher Morris, bro. No, no, thank you. No, thank you. A lot of people get sensitive about that. And you know, the thing about it is, once you've had a case like he's had, you need to make wise decisions about the type of music you make. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can't then be the lead singer in a song whose lyrics are dedicated to a woman and the chorus goes, I'll hold you down. Right? And the tune is a group of guys, and it's like, I'll hold you down. And then your homies are there behind you, and it's like you're fighting over who's gonna do the holding. Because it's like, the guy's like, I'm the one that's gonna hold you down. No, I'm the one that's gonna hold you down. And as if she's not scared enough, she's like, I'm on my way. Is it me? These are the lyrics. These are the actual lyrics. I didn't edit anything. And then there's that one where he tries to lie to us. It's like, it's alright. I'm not dangerous. Well, there was that one time. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this next gentleman is a renowned comedian and performer. The first time I saw him was in 2011 at the University of Johannesburg Sanlam Auditorium. He was performing for RAG. And back then, he was still breaking into comedy. That year, he was nominated for Savannah Comics Choice Best Newcomer of the Year. Subsequently, he's been all over TV, radio, the interwebs. Basically, if there's a medium of communication, he's been on it. He's got a talk show. He's got his own reality TV show. And of course, you guys have seen the real Josie A-listers. Without further ado, may I present to you Mr. Tall as Mo!
This shit right here make you feel a certain kind of way.
Zimbabwe Sugar Festival, put your hands together and show your love for Tall as Mo!
Some Kansas City shit right here. My nigga Peanut, that's a piece of the fellas right here.
How you guys doing tonight? Yeah!
Fucking awesome. Wow. It's my first time in Zimbabwe. And you guys are the most coolest, chilled out people I know. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's dope. I come from a very weird township in South Africa. It's so weird saying that, eh? Because I feel like I'm still in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Because your cousin is there, your cousin's there, your brother's there. It's the same fucking people. It's you, John. Damn it. I want to change this microphone. I want to use a cable mic. Can someone give me a cable mic? But I'll continue talking anyway. Yeah. So the one thing I like before I get into like my stuff, like where I'm from and thank you, gentle brother. Damn it, you're fast, man. It must be the cornrows that makes you aerodynamic. Just do. You are on the stage like in under 5 seconds. How the fuck does he do that? I really don't know. Can you guys hear me with this one, yeah? Oh my God, this is confusing. I'm not gonna sing disco. Just one lead light will be fine. Yeah, and then this happens in SA all the time. It's called load shedding. We're kind of used to it now. Just one lead light will be fine. A single lead light. A candle. A candle can work. Candles normally work during load shedding. There we go. Backup generators. Yeah, so I just want to have fun because you know normally when it's like my first time performing anywhere, I'm just like a bit nervous, you know. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a glove because my hands get really sweaty and it can mess with the electrical components on the microphone, and I can get electrocuted. So I don't want that to happen to me. So just to make me feel comfortable and just to know that we are all together in this thing, because comedy is like sex, you know. You have to sort of give some to get some back. You understand what I'm saying? You kind of have to be, you know, you have to be fresh, funky, and willing to be fucked. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be a chicken. You can't just lay there. You can't just missionary style all the way. We have to switch it up. So please, guys, just join me in a simple exercise of snapping your fingers on up and giving me some flavor. Flavor, flavor, flavor. When I was in Tembisa, I kind of like grew up in a polygamist family, okay? My grandfather was married to 2 women, all right? With the one woman, he had 6 kids. And that's my grandmama, okay? And with the second wife, he had another 6 kids. Now, with the 6 kids on this side, they had 3 each. And then with the 6 this side said, fuck it, we can out fuck them, 4 each. And all of those kids were my cousins. You understand what I'm saying? 6 kids, my grandfather, 6 kids. That means it's my aunts, my uncles. There's 6 of them, this side. Wife number 1. Do the math, I know it's very confusing. 6 kids on the other side, right? Those are my aunts and my uncles as well. But they have kids as well, right? 4 to 5, this side, 3. You know what I'm saying? 3 each. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole bunch of us, a whole lot of kids just running around seeking for attention. You know what I'm saying? From 3 individuals. Because the rest of the guys, some of them were in school. Like my aunt went to school, my mom had to go study overseas, and other people went, you know what I'm saying? So it was just my grandmother, my grandfather, and just a whole bunch of children. So the competition was tight. It was heavy, you know? Because I had this one cousin who was born fortunate. He was born light in complexion. Okay? Now, and because he was born light in complexion, they decided to give him an English name. Because you can't let him down by giving him a Zulu name like Bomasipo, Vusi. You know, you can't give him such names. How is he gonna blend with other Caucasian kids? So they decided to call him Wise Man, okay? And that, fuck man, he stuck to the name, you know, he was the wise guy. He was like, treated like uber special, you know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't play with him rough. So Lima's Wise Man also about pink. Don't play with him like that, man. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother would be overprotective over him, you know? And I remember, because I was the dark and, you know, the dark and ugly one, it took a lot for me to get some attention. But the thing that pissed me off really is that Wiseman had privileges that I never had, okay? Wiseman could do shit like open the fridge without permission. Do you know how dangerous that is? With me, when I walk into the kitchen, it's literally a straight walk. You don't look side to side. You gotta walk through the kitchen with a bit of a jog. You understand? Just to show that you are not curious for something to eat. So I'll be dashing through the kitchen and some, oh, sorry. I did not look at the fridge, sorry. And it was so hectic because you have to understand how important the fridge is in the black family. Everybody has got a section in the fridge. Understand? Normally when you start in the bottom freezer, right at the bottom of the freezer, it's where you keep like shit that you don't eat regularly. Tripe, pig legs. You know the stuff that really has to be frozen because it's gonna smell the whole fucking house up, right? That's the stuff you keep right at the bottom, okay? Then there's maybe like three drawers, right? But then the ones in the middle, boom, bam, nothing inside. Maybe a frozen vegetable, you never know. And then right on the top of the deep freezer, then there's the ice tray. For some reason, in the black family, there's always ice. Your fridge could be dry, empty, dead as fuck, but there is a fucking ice cube in there. You'll find some ice in there. And then when you close the deep freezer and you open up the top section, ooh, that is the real stuff right there, because the first section is normally where we keep the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? But why is it that us black people like keeping that half onion in the fridge? I mean, did you not know? Like, why do you keep it there, you know? And we never throw away shit. And then and that half onion is right there in the first thing, in the first drawer, right? And inside there you get other cool stuff, like inside there, like, you know, you get an apple, you know, frozen banana. You know, I'm envisioning this shit, right? I'm just seeing all the stuff inside it. And then on the side of the door, there's always a panado syrup. Because there's too many kids running around, like, you know, just not sleeping and shit. My grandmother, pussy panado, pussy panado. After 5 minutes, we're drowsy, we all sleeping, we're gone. You know what I'm saying? That's very important, the panado. And right underneath the medicine stuff, there's a cup of frozen oil. Do you guys have that shit? We don't fucking throw oil away. You got that? Yo, please, don't look at me like I'm not black. Why do we keep that frozen oil? You know what I'm saying? And when shit gets bad, you know, you can sometimes use it as margarine. For that beefy taste. Fuck Marmite, man. We have our own original Marmite frozen oil. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, on the first shelf, there's always that plate closed with another plate. Last dish. We call it the last dish. Don't throw away food. No, don't do that. We just close it with another plate and put it in the fridge. You understand? And it's normally for someone very important. It depends what plate it was closed with. If it was closed with a regular plastic plate, I mean, it's for the kids. But if it's closed with that brown glass looking like plate, you know, every black family has got that brown. We got it in teacups, we got it in glasses, we got the fucking pots. You know what I'm saying? We got the teaspoons, glass, brown glass. Fancy shit. It's very fancy. Okay? And you come to realize that right there in the top right corner is a plastic from Checkers or ShopRite. Ne? Tied up 7 times. Knots and knots and knots and knots. And inside there stays the most famous thing in the home called izinto zeskaftin. Things for lunchbox. You understand? Now, shit for lunchbox has got rules. Because normally the stuff for lunchbox, inside that plastic, you'll find some polony, some cheese. Not the normal cheese, not the sliced cheese. No, that big block of cheese, the one that you fucking grate. You know the cheese that you have to make it go a long way. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the Danons. You know those little yogurts? Those yogurts, you can't eat them after the age of 11 at my house. You know what I'm saying? Omosha izinto zeskaftin. You can't be 12 years old eating a yogurt. What are the other kids gonna eat? You know what I'm saying? So that plastic was protected. You know what I'm saying? You don't touch that plastic because you have to make sure that things last for the whole month. You know what I'm saying? Because if your polonian stuff is finished by the 15th, you know tomorrow you have him. You're gonna have some beef tasting margarine on your sandwich, you know what I'm saying? And it's not nice because by the time you get to school, the oil is melted. And it's just like this bread dipped in oil, and it's not a tasty feeling. So we protect that shit. We want to make it last. We want to make sure it stays around until the end of the month. Now, the one thing that pisses me off about polony, right, is that in the morning we'd all line up for our lunch boxes, and you don't want to be the first kid to get the lunchbox. Get the second lunchbox, or the third, or the fourth, because that first lunchbox has got that slice that was burnt by the fridge. You know, you keep polony in the fridge. That first slice, it looks like it was deep fried by the fridge. You understand that shit? My grandmother never threw it away. She'd put it in your bread, and when you complain like, granny, this thing is bad, man. This thing is... Have you not eaten fried bologna before? Take that thing and go to bloody school, man. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother was hardcore. So the thing is, with that stuff in the lunchbox, we all had to keep an eye on it. It was our responsibility. Make sure the things last. You know what I'm saying? So we had this one uncle called Bravusi. I don't know if you guys have this kind of an uncle. He's like, he was that uncle that just chilled at home and did shit. You know what I'm saying? But he always has an opinion about how things work in the house. You know what I'm saying? He lazes around. And the only thing thing that keeps him at home is that he is a biological child of the family. So he always uses that shit. Mina ngumntwana wa la ekhaya. I am a child of this house. You understand? So the one time I busted Bravusi cutting a thick slice of polony, this size, man. A huge, thick slice of polony. So now you have to understand, a kid my age cannot approach an adult on some, why are you eating a damn polony, dude? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get slapped up real quick. So you have to approach with respect, you know? So I rocked up to Bravusi and I was like, Bravusi niti ah. Bravusi niti ah. Bravusi niti ah. Ngumtshela ugogo that you are eating the polony. And I go to my grandmother with confidence and I go tell Granny, Granny, Bravusi's at it again. He ate a thick slice of polony this big. And my grandmother didn't waste any time, called him up. Vusi! What's that? And Bravusi would rock up with his confidence. Funan Gog. Funan. And my grandmother would be like, Maravusi, as old as you are, you have a beard. Your hands have developed bunions. You are 45. And here you are eating things that belong to the children for their bloody lunchbox. My grandmother didn't mind slapping anybody up, so Bravusi took some steps back, like, oh, go inside. When's that go? And my grandmother would be like, why would they eat this kaftin? And Bravusi asked her a simple question. Gogo, fairly, I ate the lunchbox groups. Do you know why? Because I am a biological child of this family. Ngumntwana wa la ekhaya. So I have every right to eat that bloody polony. And the thing is, my uncle always like whip out family secrets just to get himself out of trouble. Out of nowhere. Whip out a family secret because he knew I snitched on him. Like, yes, all I want to know is who is the biological father of this child? And I'm devastated. What? I don't have a dad? Daddy! 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 And my grandmother just says to me, so man. He was hardcore, man. Never give a shit. And the thing is, the competition between me and Wiseman kind of grew deeper, you know? Because of one simple thing. Wiseman's mom only dated rich niggas. Okay? Because she was the beautiful one, light in complexion, my sister, you know? Always biting the side of her cheek. Every time she talks, she has to suck in some air through her tight lips. Hello. You know what I'm saying? She's those kind of aunties, very conservative, very rich, very, you know, because of the guys she dated. So now, they got an opportunity to move out of the hood. So they're no longer staying with us in this 4-room house with like 25 kids. They got the chance to move to the suburbs, baby. You know what I'm saying? Wiseman was doing suburb things. Even his attitude became very suburban. You know, very white boy-like kind of vibes. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, every time Wiseman would come over, like, you know, to my granny's house for the weekends to come and visit, you know what I'm saying? My aunt would come drop him off. But every time they dropped him off, they'd drop him off with his own groceries. Now, please understand, guys, there is no strawberry pops in the township. You don't get Frosties in the township. Do you know what Frosties are? Cornflakes with fucking sugar already. Do you know what that means for a black family? You just add milk and you eat. You know what I'm saying? Strawberry pops, they got strawberry milkshake inside.
You know what I'm saying? What am I used to? Fucking Weet-Bix. Morvite. You understand? You know how much Morvite pisses me off? I don't know if you guys have seen this shit, right? You pour milk in the Weet-Bix or in the Morvite, and you put the milk back in the fridge. When you go back, the milk is gone. How? Where is the milk? I like that sound. That's how most black women sound when you try and, put in the wrong one. Yabona manje. Sounds like a wild dolphin. It pisses me off. So Wiseman has those privileges, so he developed this suburban attitude towards people, Like my grandmother, very impatient, he'd be just that kind of attitude. Wiseman, come here. What do you want, Granny? Don't have much time, just hurry up and tell me. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of attitude. We're all looking at him like, what the fuck? This nigga is out of his mind. And my grandmother would be cool with it, like, oh, Wiseman, ayazukuthanda kanjani wena mfana womlungu. You know what I'm saying? He would just get the love. So now, never mind his attitude switching up and being all suburban, even the games we used to play together, you know what I'm saying? He kind of forgot how we play now. You know what I'm saying? Like, a classic game, marbles, okay? We know how we play marbles in the hood, understand? Now, white boys play marbles differently from how we play marbles regularly. You understand? Because they do crazy shit like fucking aiming. You know what I'm saying? They aim, like literally. All right, John, I'm gonna hit the blue goodie. All right, I'm gonna hit it at about 45 degrees and with the shot of run about less than, let's see, 5 meters an hour. That'd be absolutely fantastic. You know what I'm saying? And then they load the marble on the top finger, right? And they flick the fucking marble. And it hits, if it hits another marble, they win, right? You win, right? And you can take the marbles. But now, we are just playing for fun. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? So Wiseman hit marble like, okay, Wiseman, we understand. You gotta give the marble back. It's the only marble we have, Wise. Okay? Just fucking, you won. Okay, you won. Just give back, just. And Wiseman wouldn't care. Fuck you guys, that's not how you play this game in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? So then, because how we play marbles is the classic township style. 3 bricks. You know, is that how you play marbles? When you were kids, did you play marbles like that? 3 bricks. How it works is, you put 1 brick facing up on the left-hand side, okay? Then you take another brick right next to it, okay? And you take the 3rd brick and you put it on top, so it looks like a little castle. You get my vibe? Now, in between the 2 bricks at the bottom, you have to have a measurement, okay? You have to, so it's like a place for the marbles to go through. If the marble goes through the bricks, you win. So you have to measure it up with 2 fingers. You understand what I'm saying? You measure up with 2 fingers. So that's how the game is gonna work. It's fair for everybody because 2 fingers is not that much of a big of a hole that when you throw, you wanna win immediately. You know what I'm saying? You gotta aim and shit. So, but you'll come to realize that this 2-finger situation becomes or will become a standard measurement throughout your entire life. A fair game is around about 2 fingers. Because now if it's 4, 5, 6, I mean we are all gonna win, yeah. We are all winners in this game. I don't wanna play anymore. That's how we play the game. You understand? Nice, simple, to the point, township style. So the one time, we're playing marbles, right? Wiseman does this crazy shit. He fucking flicks the marble, hits mine, and he wants to take it. So in my heart, I can't take it anymore. Because I'm in the marble position. Okay, shit, I don't know if you can see this. This is how we marble position. You understand? Okay, maybe not getting the stance right. You understand? And you push the marble through. Okay, fuck, the stuff in the beginning. You check that? Look at the stance. Look at that. Look at the body physique. Look at the hand-eye coordination. You understand? That's how you play the game. So the one time we were playing, so I'm in this position, right? So Wiseman flicks the marble and does his own crazy shit. And I got disappointed. I'm like, Wiseman, this is not how we play marbles, you bloody swine! And believe me, it felt like that word swine echoed throughout the whole house. So on some swine,